listening to the Betmaker Show. This is the PGA Waste Management Phoenix Open betting odds preview for Monday, January 27th, 2020. And now, live from Las Vegas, the host of the Betmaker Show, Brian Blessing.
We love golf. We love talking golf. We love winning at golf. Brian Blessing, Cam Stewart. I'm in Vegas. He's in Canada. We both have a smile on our face, as if you listened to the podcast last week. One for the little guys here. Marc Leishman was a guy, and honestly, we were all over it because we mentioned J.B. Holmes, who was like 150 to 1, and he was in it. We said Rahm's a beast. Obviously, you got to be very wary of him, but we weren't, that was no lightning bolt of information. He was the favorite. But we mentioned Snedeker, and, we were in the fray, but we did go out of our way to say Marc Leishman always plays well at Torrey Pines. 50 to 1. Both Cammie and I cashed a ticket, and hopefully you did as well. Nice, Cam. For once, we're not sitting there with the having our eyeballs plucked out of the socket of our skull again.
You totally.
Although Rahm almost eagled that last hole.
Trust me, I've been down this road so many times. When I'm watching this stuff, I start to think, what's going to happen again? How many times have we lost in a playoff? Multiple seconds. And
when Rahm birdied 17, did you need a diaper? Did you need a diaper when Rahm birdied 17? I'm like,
yes.
Oh God, Leishman's just playing for par. This guy birdies 17, and thankfully Leishman stuffs a wedge in there and makes the slippery slider that I don't think he thought he had to make to win, because he didn't know. He thought he had a 2-shot lead, but right as he was about to hit that, Rahm birdied 17.
Yeah, no, Jon Rahm, and thank God, for us, thank Gambler for his bad start. God, I'm sure he cares about me and your bets, Brian. But anyway.
What does Gambler look like?
I don't know. Probably big and fat, hangs out at the buffet.
By the way, wait a minute. I know what you meant. Gambler is the
god of gambling.
The golf god.
Yes.
Just seems to.
GG, Golf Gambler. Yeah, Golf Gambler has really put a couple wedges in my back in the middle of the night. I just went for a glass of milk. Next thing you know, he's carving me up, Brian, as you like to say, like a Christmas ham. We've had so many seconds. I've just been losing my mind, and I'm watching this golf going, please, can Brian and I get Leishman today? I'm heading to Vegas. I'd really like a little bit of money instead of heartbreak, and we got it done. And yeah, nice price too, Brian. I got 45, you got 50, and it was all actually an interesting angle too on Australia Day with all the fires that they've been having. Like, he looked very determined. A lot of the time, you see these guys, it's just you really worry when they got the lead. But there was a look in Leishman's eye like, I really want to win this tournament right now, but damn, Rahm's scary. You almost have to take him like every tournament. Like, I like him at odds better than almost like every single guy, even Rory and all these guys. Like Jon Rahm, he could be playing bad and he's still on the leaderboard. He scares me.
Well, you know what? As an aside, good for us, yippee. Okay. Yeah. The great thing about why we love the golf so much and we're passionate is that you catch a 50 to 1 guy, and literally, if you don't make money by the end of the golf year, you're an idiot, right? I mean, basically, the golf season is a free roll now for us. I mean, darn close.
Yeah,
at least get to the final major. Well, I mean, okay. I mean, just betting golf, and not all the other night. Just on the golf alone, golf should be profitable for us and give us the wherewithal to really, try to get the charcoal briquettes really hot here. So, and the other thing I would say is that the learning curve is on the way in. All the guys, we identified 5-6 guys last week. I only played 2 guys at the beginning of the tournament. I played Leishman, and I did take a shot with CT Pan at 220 to 1 because he was nowhere. Okay, but then on Friday night, I said, "Oh boy!" And by the way, you know what? By the way, in the podcast last week, we talked about J.B. Holmes at 150 to 1, and I was ill, going, "Oh God, he's in this again." Friday night, I bet J.B. Holmes at 25 to 1. I bet Cameron Champ at 50 to 1. So I got the Sunday, and I had I had the guy Leishman at the beginning and 3 other guys that were in contention going to the weekend at still really good prices. And the only reason I'm bringing it up, Cam, is that I don't care who you are, and Jon Rahm proved it. It is hard to close the deal and to be the guy, many times the winner comes out of the final pairing. But so often a guy like a Leishman, who's 3-4 shots back, he knows he has to go low. And you get that mindset of going low. And the guy that can come from off the pace on Sunday, it's a real opportunity. And that's why, pick your guys in the beginning, but really do your due diligence. Head into the weekend, you can find prices.
It's a great point. And the thing is, Brian, like you see on Sunday, that's why a lot of the time, I'll wake up, you do it on Saturday, which is smarter. If you have access on Saturday, do it too. But sometimes I wake up and I go, you know what? Who's 6 back in this European tournament? Who's 4 back? Who do I like? Who can go low? And I like to do those things. You get the 40, 50. I've seen guys like 80 to 1. Hell, we've had Tommy Fleetwood at like 200 to 1 live, and the guy's almost won the golf tournament, right? When he's like 11 shots back and he goes bananas. These are things that you have to do. It's a very smart way to bet. Yeah, and we had like Snedeker and Leishman. I'm looking at the leaderboard. It's like, yeah, we got a big chance here. And finally, we cashed. It's a great way to gamble. Take 2 or 3 guys at the start, and then you go, Brian, you play some ponies. You go up to your guy. You go to the Westgate and go, okay, I'm taking this guy. You like the form. You had Cameron Champ, and, he was right there for a while till Sunday. It's a great way to gamble. I totally agree, and it's nice to have a little bit of money for our bankroll. This week's going to be tough. Certain guys do well here. Webb Simpson does well at the waste management. Hideki Matsuyama does well at the waste management.
Yes, he does.
A couple guys, he's always there. So this week should be very, very interesting. I don't know where we're going to start with the grenade hunting, Brian, but
we'll start. The final point I wanted to make too, and they didn't offer it here. I don't know if they did it, where you play, but you could have bet literally everything in it. I'm being a jerk, but you could have literally bet everything you had, because how many times do you see it? A guy who's never been there before in the European Tour. What was the Chinese dude? Wu?
Yeah, Wu. Yeah.
Right. He jars one on Saturday on number 1 for Eagle, has a great round, and all of a sudden he's got a 3-shot lead, and all of a sudden his eyes got like silver dollars. You could just see it in his face, and he had a great putt on 18 on Saturday, and he missed it. But you could see the stress on this kid's face already. And it's like, if they ever put up a projected final round score of 72 for this guy, he shot 77. He needed a combination of a diaper, a vomit bag, and a noose going to the first tee on Sunday.
You're right. And look at Bezoutenhout, that guy we've talked about. He came out of nowhere, lost in a playoff. That's why you got to do that, right? It's kind of like horse racing, Brian. You want that horse coming off the pace, right? Like having a front runner in a golf tournament has been a disaster for me. All the tournaments we've won, we've had a guy like coming out of nowhere on Sunday with a low round. It's happened to us. We've had the leader and got excited about it before, and boom, it never seems to work. So it was nice that Leishman got it done off the pace.
All right, this waste management thing, it's fun. It's the crowd going nuts. And
let's get drunk. Yeah,
they are. But wasn't Brandon Grace all over this last year?
Yeah, it's so funny you mentioned that.
Brandon Grace, he was. I got to find the score.
Well, you were talking about what strategies were. I was looking at the board, and you know me, Brian. Like you see me play blackjack. I got a little bit of a problem. Like itchy trigger finger. I've already bet Brendan Grace at 45 to 1. I'm like, that's who I'm taking right now. Like. I'm going to put that bet in.
If you remember,
how do you not?
His form was terrible, and all of a sudden he showed up, and he was gritty. He really was tough. He took him right to the wire. Yeah, he wasn't punching 13-year-old kids in the head. He was trying to win a golf tournament.
Gritty. He was trying to steal some chick's microphone too over the weekend. I get it, Gritty. I get it. Like you're the star of the show. I got to be honest with you. The NHL needs to put a memo. You are just a mascot, you prick. You are just a mascot. You can't.
To this day,
you can't steal the show.
We're 6 days out from this thing, and the story remains: Gritty punched a 13-year-old kid. No,
the man inside
Gritty didn't. The jackass inside Gritty did. Who's he?
I gotta be honest with you.
Gritty
if I was the employer of the Flyers, Gritty's coming to my office and we're having a little chat saying, Gritty, the next time like you throw a pie too hard in a face or like attempt to punch a child, you're done. I don't care how gritty you are. I'm done.
You know how they do all these things with these grand entrances? I mean, the next Flyers game, like a bungee cord where they wrap the thing around your ankles, right? They was not in the suit, the guy. They should just drop from the rafters, and just hang him over center ice by his ankles for about a half an hour during the first period.
I agree. I'm done with the man inside Gritty. But anyway, Brian, I'm sorry. Brendan Grace, we love Brendan Grace at 45-1. We've had him before. I think, when I look at odds or like best value, he's the first pick that I have. And also, you brought up a good point when you talked to me on the phone. Bubba Watson got really close this week, and he's 35-1.
I like him in L.A. I like him in L.A., not here.
Not here, not at the Waste Management. Okay,
I like him in L.A. He plays Riviera great. So Mark, and in fact, I hope Bubba spits the bid here. And then he
won't though. He plays pretty good at this tournament too, Brian. In my recollection, he's been in contention here a lot. He plays this whole swing well.
I don't know. Bubba's a fiery guy. He gets to 16 and 4,000 of the 100,000 around the 16th tee. 4,000 of these drunk idiots start yelling, "Stop playing the range ball! This guy could unravel right in front of your eyes."
Yeah, yellow balls, boo!
Well, all right, you know what? We've been burning dough. Let's make the call. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
And the price blows. It's Sung J M time.
Oh, it's Sanjay M time, is it? Or is it Colin Morikawa time?
It could be.
If he didn't play those 4 holes and 6 over, he would have been right there, too. I don't know what the hell happened.
I can see Sung J M, though. I
could see Sung J M, too. Like, the problem with these guys now, and this is the problem with golf, it's kind of like, horses, too. Like, once you play them, you got to keep on playing them, and we're almost at that point. Like, if Sung J M wins and we're not on it, we're going to lose our minds. 30-1 isn't too bad. He's always there. He didn't play very good. Actually, this week I kind of like him more because he didn't play that good. On Sunday, usually, Brian, he's right there and collapses. Like, he was okay. What was he, 5-6 under or whatever? Like, he was mentionable, but he wasn't like a guy that was in contention to win, kind of lingering. And now you get a 30-1 price. I don't mind that price for Sanjay M. I like it, actually. I think that's a very, very savvy pick at 30-1. I like Grace a lot at 45, but Sanjay M will be there at 30. And I got to take Morikawa, and I got to take Morikawa.
We both swore off the kid. We both swore off the kid, but I got a funny feeling he was so good. Hey, listen, you know what, Cam? Let's ride this angle. If you think about it, we're dumb, but we ain't stupid. Actually, we're pretty good at this. All right, and I'm not being a jackass about that. What did we say that those guys that had a great experience and did well in the President's Cup would reap rewards? Look what we're dealing with here. You got the Cameron, what's his name, Smith?
Yeah, Cam Smith. Yeah, the Aussie kid.
Smith, yeah. Aussie kid. He won.
He did. He broke through a couple weeks ago. Correct.
Marc Leishman, President's Cup, win.
So M time.
Is
it time for M?
Yes. Honestly, we said those guys that competed so hard and did so well in that thing would help them in their individual game, and 2 of them have won since. That's only been 5 weeks.
No, you're absolutely right.
Hat trick. Let's go for him.
Yeah, no, him's making the card. The question is, who else am I taking? Right now, I'm penciled in Sanjay M at 30, Morikawa at 33, Brendan Grace at 45, and I'm going to take one more guy and pull a Brian Blessing. Wait for the weekend and see what we can get. Maybe a guy like Andrew Putnam, who's like 5 off the pace at 80-1, or, our boy Lanto is not really playing as well as he did before, but hell, man, he's already like all the damage that he did in those 3 or 4 weeks, Brian. He's still among the tops in the FedEx Cup. There's a couple guys. JB Holmes is 100-1. Are you kidding me? The guy was in contention last week. So there's a lot of things that we can do with this tournament, but M at 30, Morikawa at 33, and by the grace of Gambler at 45, Brendan Grace, they're making my card big time.
Well,
please, Gambler, give me and Brian a 3 or 4 week heater. This would be this is the thing. I used to love you when you used to come on the show. You have good gambling terms. This guy's not a ham sandwich, or water finds its level. I'm like, okay, Sounds good to me. I don't know. I'm drowning in the lake, but yeah, water finds its level. I don't know if it does. But anyway, we got one with Leishman, and maybe water will find its level, and we'll grab a 2 or 3 week heater where some guy comes out of nowhere and we win instead of coming in second.
Let's make some money tonight.
For outstanding information and special offerings and promotions, we invite you and encourage you to sign up for our newsletter today simply by going to the website at betmaker.com. All right, bingo. I'm going to go 3, no more than 4, because we got money now.
Yeah, yes.
But no, let's go. I'll even make it a 4-pack this week because we're going to try to get the Tootsie Roll. Sung J M. Done.
Yes.
All right. Does this tournament? I wonder how he plays here. Doesn't this just reek of a Chez Reavie kind of tournament?
Yeah. Well, I think Chez Reavie has done well here in the past. I think he has to be looked at this price. It's absolutely insane to me. Like, there's a lot of guys around that region. Like, we can't play too many. Like Grace, I really love it.
I got my grenade. I got my grenade, but I think I'm Cam Smith's at 55-1. And no, didn't Cam Smith, wasn't he? Actually, now that I think about it, last year it was Fowler, Grace, and Cam Smith. Am I wrong?
No, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely
Cam
right.
Smith knee deep in this tournament last year?
He was knee deep. I'm going to go check some other things out here, but who are you looking at as your bomb? Is he 100-1?
Oh, yeah.
More?
Oh, yeah.
Hoagie, Tom Hoagie sandwich?
You're close. Because literally this guy, he looks like he's eating a hoagie while he's playing.
He looks like he's eating a hoagie while he's playing. Sebastian Munoz?
This one's coming from the clouds, Cam.
Oh,
Harry Higgs at 161.
Hello, I'm Harry Higgs. Yeah, no, when I saw Harry Higgs on the leaderboard, I'm like, who is this? Like,
all right, how about this? Wait a minute. Listen,
Higgs.
you know what? This ain't no joke. In the fall series, and now we're just starting a series. He was 19th at the Greenbrier. He was 2nd in the Bermuda Championship, and he just finished 9th at the Farmers. This guy's playing some golf.
It's a great call by you, Brian. No, there's I'm looking at these guys. Look at Sebastian Kaplan played well. He's at 250-1. Like, this is the thing about golf, guys, and Brian and I will mention this. Like, anybody can win now. Like, I'm not surprised when I see like Taylor Gooch on the leaderboard or, all these other guys. I know you got to know what, Brian. Please don't take your Marlboro smoking friend from Thailand, Kiradash Alpha Barn Rat. He smoked one too many. I'd rather take a stroll with Higgs at 250-1.
No. That's it. I'm going. Yeah. I like him and Higgs. I keep. Well, Grace. There it is.
Grace.
Though the 4. Grace. I gotta
take Morikawa.
I know you do. I got a Chez Reavie. Doctors
with a big pumpkin head and a flat rim hat.
Chez Reavie. Like, those hats, aren't they adjustable? Like, can't you just move the thing over one notch?
Worse than that hat, Cam Smith. That guy looks like a walking pumpkin with that stupid hat. I know I'm not down with that program either.
No, I don't. No, we already had the flat billed hat's got to go.
It's as bad as the yellow ball. Two bad golf parlay. Yellow balls and flat rim hats on big pumpkin heads. It doesn't. It's not working for me.
No, literally. When Cam Smith's wearing that hat, like, what's next? Are they going to put like a guy wire over the 16th tee, and he's like Carl Wallenda walking on a tightrope, balancing like glasses on?
Yeah, it looks dumb. I'm with you. So, actually, Brian, no, we did too. This is what you got to do, and I'll add this. I know, Brian, you're more of a hit a home run type of guy, but think about this. If you took a Harry Higgs last week, top 10 or 20, the plus price is huge. Like, I had Max Homa at 100 and I think it was 200-1. Yes, he was 200-1, and top 10, you're getting like an 18-1. You put 10 or 20 bucks on it. It's almost like one of the favorites winning a tournament. It's like a guy like Scheifele winning, because that's what Scheifele would be at the start of the tournament for a guy like him, top 10. So if you like, the Higgs of the world at 160 or a couple bombs like that, you could spread it around and really do well and increase your portfolio.
You're right.
Before,
but the thing is a guy like who'd you just say?
Harry Higgs or
no,
Max Homa? Max Homa?
A guy like a Homa, okay? The thing is, on a Friday night, Homa could be one shot back. He's still going to be 30-1.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I get it. No, I'm just saying though, at the start of the tournament, if you like these guys 100 plus, one guy's winning the tournament. So I think a top 10 bet and a top 20 bet, kind of like horse racing, whatever, with a big dog, right, Brian? 10 to show, 8 to play, 6 to win. You do that type of system, right? The bigger the odds.
They don't offer that around here. The top fives. I know you. God
we do
bless.
top 20s. Like we got top year. Like even in a tournament like Phoenix, the Waste Management, I can get top 20 guys. I'm just saying for guys who have offshores, because a lot of different people listen to the show. If you're like Brian can physically go up, whip out a Marlboro, light up a dart, walk across the parking lot. Hey, guys, go into your thing, go to the Westgate, have a couple conversations, play Aqueduct, Junior Alvarado across the board, and make your weekend golf picks. I could go click, click, click as I'm sitting there crushing beers. That's all I'm saying if you got an offshore. But that's my advice. 100-1 plus, Brian, sprinkle. That's all I'm saying, friend.
No, I hear you, buddy. And after all that, we're probably just wasting our time because Jon Rahm 6-1. He's from Arizona State.
Oh, I know. I almost like, what do you do with Jon Rahm? Like, no, you almost have to do with Jon Rahm. You have to hope that he's like kind of 5 or 6 back and get like a 12 to 10 or 12 and then go attack. So at 6-1, that's when you don't play a guy at the start of the tournament. You wait and hopefully they can, be far enough back where we can get 10-1 plus. Finally, Brian, Saudi International. I don't know exactly what to do. I'm looking at your boy Tom Lewis, who got really close. Good call by you on even noticing who he was. 33-1. Lee Westwood won a couple weeks ago. 35. Double J Jazz Janatawad 45. I don't know. I'm looking. He actually looks good to me. That if I'm going to bet anything in the Saudi International, I'll take a shot with JJ Dynamite Jazz Janatawad at 45-1. And one other guy I'd be looking at. Who's playing really, really well that people don't know? I got to go back to my boys, 2 guys at 60-1. Adri Arnos, he's always around the leaderboard. People don't know him. He's good. And Christian Bezoutenhout at 66. People are like, who the hell are you talking about? But you and I watch the European Tour a lot, and that's a good price on 2 guys that have been real close.
For giggles, Cam? Just giggles?
Graham McDowell?
Johnny Vegas at 110-1?
Oh, yeah, Johnny Vegas is there this week.
Come on.
Actually, that's a good price because Johnny Vegas actually played well this week, too. I like that, Brian. Yeah, if you want to throw a bomb, guys, Johnny Vegas, 110-1. See, that's why Brian's the best in the biz, man. He's finding grenades. I would have put Vegas at about 70-1, not 110. That's craziness. And
if Johnny Vegas wins this tournament, we'll be saying what happens in Saudi Arabia stays in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, boy. See, we're in a better mood when we win, Brian. We win every week.
This winning thing is just...
Oh, yeah. Instead of, we're so surly. Screw this jerk. Yeah, that guy's a prick. Now what stays in Saudi Arabia? I love it.
All right. Oh, Cam, you got to do it, buddy. Oh, look at this. I don't want to see you die what if Ha-Tong Lee won at 50-1? You're always playing this guy.
I know. Well, I've always played him. I used to play Schwab. My guy's not in really good form. I'm going to wait for him to come back to form. I can't take Ha-Tong Lee. It's one of those things. If he wins, I'll be pissed, but you can't bet everybody. And he has a real problem closing. Since he beat Rory McIlroy, Brian, it's weird. Like, I thought he would be like on just a heater, but when he's on top of the leaderboard or close, he hasn't really been able to deliver.
All right, we'll end it here.
And I think you should end it on that. What happens in Saudi Arabia stays in Saudi Arabia. That's how you leave them wanting more. That was a great joke. I love it.
By the way, now we got money. That's the problem.
Yeah, I know.
Listen,
a little bit anyway.
Soren Shelton.
Yeah, Soren Shelton's a good golfer for that price.
He had a great weekend. Didn't he shoot like a 65 on Saturday? He had a great week. He's 200-1.
That's stupid. Soren Shelton should be 100-1.
All right. But what? So when we made fun of the guy, but when we say a guy who's never been there in the final group, right? Just bleh, right? But what do they all say? I'll take it as a positive and I'll learn from it and blah, blah, blah. if you throw the final round out, this Ashan Wu dude is 200-1.
Yeah.
Well, he had 3 great days.
Yeah, he did. And that's the thing. Like, look where he finished, too. He went 69, 69, 67, 77. He still finished T6. He was right there. Yeah, that's stupid. You know a guy that's always lingering, too, and, we can't name everybody in the field. It's McIntyre, the Scottish guy. But anyway, he's
Johnny Vegas, for sure.
Oh, Johnny Vegas, for fun. I agree.
There it is. Another week of golf. We got you covered in 2 deserts this week.
Correct.
And you're coming to the desert.
Make it 3. Make it a 3-leg parlay, buddy. I will see you on Saturday night in the desert, Blessing. Can't wait for the Super Bowl.
Wrap it up with this. The weather finally warmed up out here off a 3-month layoff on Saturday. Las Vegas Country Club. I turned the clock back 30 years. I had, as is my custom, 2 triple bogeys and a double bogey and shot 82.
Wow. That's amazing.
I was throwing darts.
I can't even play golf with you. You'd beat me by like 20 strokes. Like,
buddy. And then I'm like, well, it's because all the bad habits are gone off the long lane. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I figured it out. Like, I got to play again Sunday. And I was the Unabomber yesterday.
Golf, it's tough, buddy. It's tough. No, I'll be happy to break 100 these days. I suck. But anyway, Brian, let's hit another winner this week, man. It was a great start with Leishman. Maybe this is just the beginning of good things to come.
Betmaker, let's make some money tonight.
Well, that's the Betmaker Show for now. We publish multiple times each week. We'd like to thank you for listening, and if you liked what you heard, please take a moment to leave a rating and review, or subscribe to our show feed, or share our show with a friend or two and help us grow the show. We very much appreciate it. Visit us on the web at betmaker.com, and reminder to sign up for the newsletter. Thanks to our engineer, Darren Vandermolen, and producer, Mike Gallivan. The Betmaker Show is a production of Cardinal Marketing Incorporated. Betmaker is a registered trademark. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of this content without the express written consent of Cardinal Marketing Incorporated is strictly prohibited.
The handicapping and sports odds information contained on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm the wagering regulations in your jurisdiction, as they vary from state to state, province to province, and country to country. Using this information to contravene any law or statute is prohibited. The podcast is not associated with, nor is it endorsed by any professional or collegiate league, association, or team. This podcast does not target and is not intended for an audience under the age of 18. If you think that you have a gambling addiction, stop this podcast now and please seek help.
Gambling and betting on sports is a form of entertainment and should be about having a good time. But when done excessively, it may negatively affect other areas of a person's life, such as their physical and mental health, school or work performance, finances, and or interpersonal relationships. At betmaker.com and the Betmaker Show, we're concerned about the addiction that gambling may cause, and for this reason, we encourage everyone to practice responsible gambling. An approach to gambling that helps you ensure that it remains an enjoyable activity. Here are the main principles of responsible gambling. Don't think of gambling as a way to make money. Always gamble with money that you can afford to lose. Set limits and stick to them. Never chase losses. Don't gamble when you're depressed or upset, and create a healthy balance. Always be aware of how much time you spend gambling or thinking about gambling. And do not allow gambling to cause you to miss out on time with family and friends or time spent on other activities you enjoy. By following these guidelines, gambling can be a good time and great entertainment. If you feel at any time that your gambling is taking away from important areas of your life, is causing you stress or depression, or is leading to financial losses that are beyond your control, please reach out for help. Learn more at responsiblegambling.org.